Hello to the Outdoor Gear Review. I'm Susan and you just caught me taking off another layer. I'm out for a multi-day adventure and I've already got a couple miles in and I'm absolutely burning up.
I am so excited for this trip for many reasons. First off, it's snowy. It's going to snow. How much? Who knows? But Susie is here. Yeah! Everybody loves Susie. This is going to be an awesome trip.
This is going to be my first big snow trip. I'm so excited to be out. I've got my gaiters on. I'm ready for like feet of snow. I don't know what will happen, but we'll see.
According to some forecasts, there is a possibility of 1 foot of snow. We've been let down by forecasts before, so I'm not even going to go there, but we are prepared for everything. Anything and everything. We are ready for it. On the ground already, there's around 3-4 inches of snow. Very hard to walk in, but it is absolutely beautiful. For the next 2 miles, to be specific, it's uphill mode. Nice and slow, right, Susie?
Yes, the snow that's on the ground is a little bit slippery. So there's been a few people out here, but it's not very packed down. So I find myself sliding a lot as we're going uphill.
Slow because it's slick, and slow not to sweat.
So we have lots of layers while we're out here, and that's the key to a good winter camping trip. You have lots of layers. When you get hot, you take them off, and when you get cold, you start layering them back on.
You will find that your life is more pleasant in general when you have a good balance of things, and that's true with backpacking. You could get warm, don't get hot. You could sweat just a little, don't soak yourself. You could get a little cool, don't freeze to death. It's all about balance. When I'm hiking along and I'm getting hot and I don't want to take off a layer, I will cool myself down by grabbing just a little bit of snow. Just holding it is enough to cool you down and to help restore balance as far as temperature goes.
No matter where you are at in the world, I hope you can experience snow. And if you can, go to a place that you are familiar with, someplace you've been before, and check it out in the wintertime. Check it out in a snowstorm. It can be familiar and be different all at the same time. We are a handful of days into the new year, and one thing I told you is I'm going to challenge myself a little bit more. So I know there's an active snowstorm coming, and it might not be my typical weather to go out in, but I love being out in the cold, and I can appreciate when you get out, you are less likely to find other people, you get a new environment, you get a really quiet environment. So I wanted to experience the snowstorm with you this time, and I just love it. It's beautiful.
That is perfect right there. Spring water right from the ground. Perfect. Perfect. Ice cold too. Slip and fall. Susie, I have gaiters on, you have gaiters on. I can tell that mine are getting wet with sweat.
I can't tell that about mine yet.
We will see when we stop and we take these off. Let's compare to see just how breathable. I mean, it's not the most accurate of tests in the entire world, but it will be interesting. The gaiters that I have on are from Fjallraven, and Susie, yours are Outdoor Designs. We've made it to the top of the mountains. It's all downhill from here. All we have to do is find a place to set up our tent.
I have 3 needs right now.
Okay.
Shelter, food, coffee.
Coffee. Sounds good. Susie, that looks like a snow squall to me. Way back there. You can see the lights there. But that right there is a snow squall.
Exciting.
Yeah. Let's go check this one out, Susie.
Okay.
We might be able to fit it in right there, actually.
Right here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right through here.
Let's camp here.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
We just made it to our campsite and it started snowing. It's light, but it is snowing. Perfect timing, Susie.
Perfect timing.
The tent has been set up. We are ready for tonight. Susie's inside inflating sleeping pads and all that good stuff. I'm about to go get some water. I would film that, but it's dark and I've got to go quite a ways to get it. And that's okay. It is snowing just a little bit. It is snowing just a little. Up here on top of this mountain, it is a little bit breezy, but it's not too bad. I would say maybe around 7 miles an hour, something like that. It's perfect, in my opinion. You may have seen this tent in a previous overnight adventure. This is one of my favorite winter tents. You don't always need a 4-season tent, but there are times where you do. Hi, Susie.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. I'm hanging out in the tent.
Yeah? It's pretty nice, isn't it?
It's very nice. It's so cozy too, so.
It's huge.
It is huge.
We have the nice vestibule right here. That's where we will cook at tonight. It's time to take off our gaiters. Let's compare.
Okay.
Let's compare moisture. Mine feel pretty damp.
Small amount.
Yeah, I mean that might just be more snow.
Yeah. Not bad.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Not bad. Whoa.
Look at that.
Oh my god.
That's a lot of moisture.
Wow.
They just don't perform that good.
They do not.
Yeah, I mean, look at that.
That's ridiculous.
That's running moisture right there. There is a breeze that's picking up. I would say it's about 10, 15 miles an hour maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely too cold to be hanging out outside. My water bottle almost froze solid while I was setting up the tent.
Ugh.
It's cold enough.
Well, I'm happy sitting right here,
Okay.
so.
For this adventure, we are using Susie's jet boil. That is a Christmas present from me to her. She's always wanted one, and she's always wanted this color and all that stuff.
We've also heard from other viewers that they absolutely love it. So
True.
I'm excited to have it out for this trip and really get some hands-on experience with it. You know, hopefully we'll love it.
Once we get this all sealed up, it is a noticeable difference from the outside temperature. This material is blocking all the wind, it's holding in some heat. It's nice.
I'm impressed.
It does sound like it's getting kind of windy though.
It does.
Which the forecast did not say anything about.
Yeah.
But we're on top of the mountain, so what do you expect? So, there's a shelter not far from here. As we walked up to it, 3 other people walked up to it as well. It was almost a standoff. You know what I mean?
It was an awkward moment for just a second. I could hear in their voice when they said, "Are you guys staying here?" Kind of like, obviously they hiked with the intent to stay at that shelter. Kind of newbies, and so it was like, you could tell. Did you hear the waver in their voice?
Yes.
Like,
oh, okay.
And we're like, no, we're gonna go down here because we had already said, okay, when we get to the shelter, what do you want to do? And I was like, well, I think there'll be somebody there.
I was talking to them when I went and got water. Nice kids. Didn't have much experience with that wintertime camping. They were asking about the bear vault. There's like a, what do you call that?
A bear bin.
Yeah, like a storage bin right over here. They said that they were going to bring their food and put in it. And I was like, you don't really have to worry about it now. Bears aren't going to be an issue. Cheers, Susie.
Cheers.
Cheers, viewers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers, snowstorm. Oh, yeah. That's good. Perfect. All I had to do was sit in the snow. Snow-cooled coffee.
Ooh, heated up fast, cooled down fast.
Yeah.
This is like the perfect trip for you.
I got lukewarm coffee, beautiful woman, snow, wind, cold.
Beef jerky.
Beef jerky, meat, dead animal. All right, Susie, it is time to eat.
Yes.
Hopefully I have everything nice and stirred up here.
I hope so. Thank you.
Yeah. It really took a lot out of me, let me tell you.
To prepare, forage, prepare.
To cook this mighty meal.
After he foraged it. This is from Pinnacle Foods. It's herb roasted chicken and white cheddar dumplings.
So, the weather says, snow expected for North Carolina and southern Virginia. The low will move east across the Carolinas through Friday evening. It will bring a period of accumulating snow to parts of North Carolina and southern Virginia, which is where we're at. Heavy, wet snow expected. 4 to 8 inches. They've upped it.
Upped it.
Yeah. How is that? Is that good? I went with just broccoli. It's good.
I don't think there's broccoli in it.
What's the green thing then?
Green beans.
Oh. Well, it was a huge wad of green beans because I thought that was like a broccoli stem. Now that you said green beans, I'm thinking that. But at the time, I'm like, yeah, this tastes like broccoli. So.
To be fair, the green beans are pretty big. Like, I mean,
They're gigantic. They're nuclear green beans. They're the biggest I've ever seen. Let me tell you, the winds have really picked up. It is rocking out there.
It was miserable going out for the final bathroom break and to brush our teeth. Oh, so miserable.
It's pretty dang cold. I mean, those winds, 40, 45 miles an hour right now. It's snowing, Susie. Snowing good. Good morning, everybody. It's been a nice night. It's snowing.
Good morning.
How'd you sleep?
I slept great. Super warm, super cozy. I just passed right out.
Right. I really can't tell how much is out there, but it is warm in here. Feels good. I wonder, Susie, what are we going to do today? Let me ask you a bunch of questions right when you wake up.
Bring me some coffee and then I'll give you your answers.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Out for the first time this morning. There's Susie. Hi, Susie.
Hi.
What do you think about this?
Wow. So much snow.
Now, one thing that I need to do, I need to dig out the tent just a little bit. So much snow is falling around this that it's really limited ventilation. So things inside condensating just a little bit. So that's my plan right now. I guess Susie's going to run off, find a bathroom.
Yeah. Where's the closest one?
I see one right over here and over there, and I see one over here. In addition to the ventilation, I find that it's good to uncover the stakes so that they don't get buried in snow. That way, when it comes time to break down the tent, you're not having to dig through tons of hard, compact snow. And this stuff here, it's really, really wet. So like already, it's forming a nice layer underneath this top stuff. Overall, we're looking at maybe 11 inches of snow. I mean, it is deep up here already. Susie, this is incredible.
It is.
Look at that, that's up to my shin. Finally, a good winter storm. It's been so long. As for another winter tip, keep a towel with you. That way you can wipe off the walls. You can also wipe the floor, because in a wintertime situation, condensation will form just about everywhere and just about on everything. This is a good way to manage that moisture and also keep your gear dry at the same time. I tell you what, it is really coming down. It's snowing good.
It is snowing.
Yeah.
Pouring.
And it is super windy again.
It is.
I would say there's maybe 6 inches on top of the 4 inches that was out there originally. It's deep. When you step off of the snow that we packed down, it is deep.
I realized that while going to the bathroom that my bathroom from yesterday is no longer a valid option because it's just too deep to get out there. The snow is that deep.
Yeah.
So there really is a lot of additional snow, and the warning today that popped up on my phone says another 3 to 5 with 8 for the mountaintops for this area. So if we get that much more snow on top of this, definitely gonna have a foot or more.
I love it. Now, of course, the problem is hiking in all of this. Hiking in this already is going to be a chore. Which, I mean, it can be done. It's no big deal, really. But it is something that we need to consider.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could easily have like 1.5 feet of snow to hike out of tomorrow, which could be a problem. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll come up with a plan here in a minute. All I know for certain, it's coffee time.
We shouldn't make decisions without fueling up.
Agreed. We have to activate our brains, take our thinking to the next level with some Taster's Nasty. That's what it does.
Okay, will you grab that?
Sorry, I'm staring at the camera right now.
Oh.
So. The good thing about this weather system is that it's not overly cold. I'd say 19 degrees right now. It's not too bad, really. I mean, it could be a whole lot worse.
It could be.
Yeah. I mean, this area up here will go below 0 fairly often.
What kind of coffee do you want?
Oh, I don't care at all.
You want a good one?
Sure. But let's make it nasty.
You're gonna ruin a good one?
What do you mean? Yeah, put some Taster's Nasty in that. I need a boost.
Okay.
She's like, are you sure?
You're ruining it.
I'm making it better? Question mark? Oh yeah.
You just want to be able to run faster today.
It's true. Nothing but the best.
Oh my gosh, that smells nasty.
Susie Q.
Thank you.
Some hot cough.
Thank you, thank you.
I think we should get off the mountain. Like, I really don't want to, but like, there's going to be so much snow up here. We need to know when to call it so this stays fun. Once it hits a certain amount of snow and you're post-holing the entire way.
Yeah, we don't have snowshoes or anything. We just...
Yeah. I mean, you may not have fun when you have to post-hole for 6 miles.
6 miles.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think I would like to get off the mountain just for the wind alone.
Yeah.
And just spend our day hiking. It's going to take a while anyway. And then we'll just camp at the bottom, camp at the truck.
Yeah.
And it will be interesting to see the conditions down there and see what the road conditions are like.
Mm-hmm. Here in a second, we'll stop, run into the woods, get a little bit of shelter, and I am going to switch over to the GoPro. This snow is so wet that this camera is getting soaked. Wow, this is incredible. Wow, this snow is awesome. Look at that.
Wow, look at it.
Wow, this is incredibly beautiful. All right, I'm going to make a quick water run, and then we'll start heading off of this mountain. Woo. Very slick, very slick. As for our hike out of here, Susie's having a little bit of a hard time with the deep snow. I find with snow like this, that's not only deep, but also slick. I'm very fluid and loose as far as my movements go. If I start sliding, I try to go with it, and this allows for me to go a little bit quicker. Now, Susie's not accustomed to this, so every step for her is very methodical, and that's okay completely. There's a foot of snow on that table.
Easily.
Yeah. That is how much snow we are hiking in right now. And it's not easy. It really does prove what we were talking about. How you have to make the right choice at the right time to get out before it becomes a problem. Because I was already talking about, like, you're not used to walking in this. Where I kind of just slide and go with it. You're not comfortable yet.
It's so much fun, but it is hard and slow hiking.
It is.
Very slow.
Look at how much snow is on this.
It's crazy.
I'm not sure if we mentioned this earlier, but we are on the Appalachian Trail. We hiked up from Elk Garden. For the return, we'll start on the AT, hop over to the Virginia Highlands Horse Trail, and take a different route.
The hikers that were at the shelter last night have already left, and we are following their path. So lucky for us, they've already stomped it down some. I am surprised at how deep the snow is here. You can tell just by the trees alone. When we came up yesterday, they were lightly covered, but they are loaded today.
Outside of these tracks, which the other hikers have made, it's about a foot deep. Off the mountain we go, everyone. Slip and slide off the mountain. I am glad that those hikers are ahead of us.
They made a good path for us.
They did. The temperature's perfect. It's gone up some. I'd say it's around 25 degrees. It's quite comfortable. Are you cold, Susie?
No.
No? Not
Nope.
cold?
Nope, not cold.
I am pretty much a nuclear furnace right now. I'm about to go into meltdown. As far as our progress goes, pretty good. We are getting close to hopping off the AT, getting onto the Virginia Highlands Horse Trail. We will come out into a bald. It's beautiful. You never know, there might be some ponies out. We saw some ponies last night from a distance there. Those are wild ponies, just in case you don't know.
I wanted to tell you all one thing I've learned very quickly about this trip is that snow hiking is hard. You can't pick your feet up enough. You kind of feel heavy. Staying warm isn't an issue for me. As long as you're moving, your body warms up. But it's just the exhaustion from trudging through the snow that is definitely getting to me. So I'm gonna take a breather and then finish up this part of the trail.
Check out how deep it is. We're not too far away from the truck. I'd say about 2 miles, something like that. Taking a break. This is hard hiking.
Very hard hiking.
Yep. We owe a lot to those guys who were post-holing for us.
We do.
Yeah, they went someplace else, and now we're doing all the work. It's slow and difficult.
Look how beautiful that is, though.
But yeah, gosh, it is. It is beautiful. We'll be at the truck in about an hour. Then it's time to have some coffee and lunch. What do you think?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. All right, let's do this. Susie. We made it.
Oh, we did.
That was awesome.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Very cold at the end.
At the end, it was getting very miserable for me.
Yeah.
It's just the wind was blowing, hitting me in the face. My hands got super cold at that point.
Yeah. I was like, can you do something to your backpack? And she's like, I can't get the buckles off. Like, her dexterity was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so good to be in the truck. Smart move to get down here.
I agree.
Yeah, we have our buddy heater rocking and rolling. It's getting warmer. Here in a second, we'll get the stove going. It's pouring the snow out there. It's windy.
Yeah, it's icy. Really icy.
Yeah. So that's where we're at. Whew. Feels great.
It
already.
does. Yeah.
Cheers, folks. Cheers,
Cheers.
Susie. Ching. Ching. Ah, man. It's been a while since I've hiked in snow that deep. My legs are sore.
It's taxing on the body.
Yeah. We were hiking, and we had stopped for a snack, and 3 hikers were coming through, and we were like, hey, you guys going up to White Top? And they're like, no. Like, we're all so tired.
Yeah.
It's so hard. Luckily, we had been plowing snow for them, so they had our footsteps to follow.
The snow falling and hiking in it is just so breathtaking. It's beautiful. The forest is beautiful. I mean, I loved every minute of it. You heard me just following behind you, and I would just start laughing because I was having so much fun just wading through the snow.
Yeah. It really stresses me out. It's like my job is to take care of Susie, and I want her to be as comfortable as possible, right? That's my job. That's what I have to do. We're hiking along, and she's like, oh, my hands are cold. I'm like, oh, are you okay? I mean, it really bothers me when she's miserable.
I know.
So.
And you do a great job.
Well, I try to take care of you.
You do a great job. I'm not ready for a Susie solo in a winter storm.
No? Not ready?
No.
Everything is compounded by the cold. And then you add the snow in, and everything's so much harder. I mean, because like you're dealing with the cold, you're dealing with the wet, and then when it's cold, the wet is so much more impactful
It is, yeah.
Any small job becomes a big chore.
Right.
The thing is, though, once you kind of get used to it, you learn little tips and tricks that will just help you get through anything. You can do it.
You do get used to things.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done a lot of camping and a lot of backpacking, but it took me a while before I would go out when it was cold.
Yeah.
I preferred to go out when it was warm.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just get used to it.
Right.
You know?
Yep, you find your groove.
Mm-hmm.
Without a doubt, it is a different experience than, say, like summertime camping.
Definitely.
We've been hiking all day. I mean, as fast as we could in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
How many miles did we end up doing?
4 point something.
Yeah, all day for 4 miles.
Yeah.
That's how slow going it was.
Maybe 4.5, I think,
Yeah.
the final.
That's fantastic. That's so funny. I love my Mr. Buddy heater. I love you, buddy. I love my buddy. I love my Susie. I love you guys too. In the winter, I always keep my heater buddy and some fuel in the truck just in case we need it. And here we go, Susie. Now we're staying in the truck tonight.
We needed it.
Yep. Perfect. Of course, we could go home. It's about a 2-hour drive. But we planned for a multi-day trip, and we might as well just kick back and enjoy it. I mean, even though we're in a parking lot, that doesn't matter.
Why not just let the snow fall, let the storm pass. Tomorrow it's all going to be over, and then they'll scrape the road and we can get home safely. So that's kind of how I look at it, is
Sure.
We don't have to rush home, and it's 2 hours, but on icy, snowy roads, it could take a lot longer.
It has been a long day.
I'm getting sleepy.
I'm kind of tired too. Let's see. Basically, we got back to the truck. We had coffee. We had lunch. A really late lunch. We got the truck pretty much ready for the night. We had dinner. We've been enjoying Heater Buddy. I love you, buddy. And, yeah, I mean, it's still pouring snow outside. It's becoming pretty windy, really. I had to close this window because snow is just blowing in. We've been just kicking back and having fun talking, and this has been a really, really nice trip.
It really has.
Yeah.
We feel like we made the best call getting off of the mountain. You know, even if Luke was out here solo, he said he would have made the same call because there was just so much snow already, and so much has fallen today. So we definitely feel like we made the right call. We're enjoying a night in the parking lot.
There's no telling how much snow's up there now. I mean, it's been snowing steadily and fairly heavy all day.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great way to end this trip in the back of the truck. It's great.
For now, we're going to kick back, watch a movie, call it a night, sleep cozy in our bags, and we will see you guys in the morning. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning, Susie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's coffee time.
Coffee time. How did you sleep last night?
Not well. Not good. This is one busy place. There were vehicles in and out all night long. It's amazing how much they scrape that road too. There was like a salt truck, a scraper truck every 20 minutes all night long. There were tractors coming through. They split this road in half. So there's a salt truck that comes up and turns around, and then there's another salt truck that comes this way and then turns around. So all night long, scraping, beep, 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 all night long.
I did not sleep that great, but I will say kudos to all the hard workers that do keep the roads clean, because they do a fantastic job, especially in this area. We were very surprised, and it looks like the roads are going to be in good condition for us to get home. But overall, I did not sleep that great. Very busy, lots of noise.
At one point in time last night, a truck pulls in, a huge truck with a bunch of young kids in it. They were having the time of their lives. They were all wearing shorts. They were out in the snow, running off doing weird stuff. Like I ended up like putting my pants on and my shoes because I was getting ready to go out there just in case I had to. But yeah, it was a interesting night. But it's all part of the adventure, you know what I mean?
It is. We still had our multi-day adventure.
Yeah.
It's been weird. It's been fun.
Not bad.
It's not been bad, no.
Yeah. I got to finish my book because I couldn't sleep, so.
That's good.
Yeah. As we wrap up this adventure, we want to thank you all very much for joining us. This has been a ton of fun. While not the adventure that we planned on, it's been great. We had some mountain camping in the snow. It was insanely beautiful. Susie got her very first snow trip.
Yes.
We slept inside of the truck, which is an adventure all by itself.
And I have to say that we got to enjoy the full snowstorm.
Yes.
It is over. It ends. There's no more warnings or watches or anything. It's over. There's going to be some dry days ahead, and then another storm moves in. So we know what that means for you probably. But I had a really great time. I learned a lot. I learned some things I can do better next time.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about that. What was the hardest part for you?
The hardest thing that I didn't expect was how hard the hiking would be through the snow.
What was the easiest thing that you were surprised about?
I think the most surprising thing was the tent. I realized how a true 4-season tent really does work well. It traps in extra heat. So once I got inside the tent, I was comfortable. I could take off my layers. I slept really well. It was a surprising experience, and I think I kind of dreaded that, knowing that the temps would go so low, but I stayed very comfortable.
Most beautiful moment?
The most beautiful moment for me was when we were hiking down yesterday. We got into the forest, and all of the trees were covered with at least 4 inches of snow. And the way that it packs on the tiniest branches is mesmerizing in a way. And I thought it was absolutely beautiful. It was silent. And it was a special moment.
This has been an awesome trip. We will have an after the camp episode because there's so much to discuss with this trip, including gear. I know Susie had some new boots, some new clothes and whatnot that she wants to talk about for the female viewers.
We used my new stove, which is the mini jet boil, and we were both super impressed with that. So we'll talk more about that in an after the camp episode. Thank you guys for joining us for this episode. We hope you enjoyed it. We're going to eat breakfast, maybe have one more cup of coffee, and then we're going to hit the road and make the journey home. Mm-hmm. I really had a great time, so thank you for bringing me along.
Good job, Susie.
Yes.
Everyone, take care. Strength and honor. See you next time.
Bye. What do you think? You like it?
It's a little bland.
Maybe stir it up.
What do you think?
Well, I thought it was good, but definitely not spicy.
I would like just like a little bit more seasoning to it, maybe.
Yeah.
I think like a little bit of salt or pepper would take it to the next level.
Definitely salt and pepper.
Yeah. By the way, everyone, if you enjoyed this episode, hit the like button. It does help. Also, I love my buddy. Heater Buddy, I love you.
If you like Mr. Heater Buddy, give it a thumbs up.
Thumbs up. If you love your buddy, hit the thumbs up.